Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. I'm your instructor Zia Hamid. I hope that you're doing well. I welcome you to English grade 8 video lessons. As you know, we are on our unit number 4 and the title is The Wise and the Wicked. Now, in this video lesson, we will be dealing with an SLO from the competency of vocabulary. This will be our lecture number 2 and our SLO's topic is about using dictionary to locate your entry words and also etymology of any word. Now, let's look at our students' learning outcome to fully understand it and see what we are supposed to do and how do we achieve it by the end of the lesson. So, our SLO is use dictionary or thesaurus to locate guide words, locate entry word, and look for the etymology of the word. Now, my dear learners, we need a dictionary, either it's in the digital form or in the print form. And in this SLO, we will be dealing with the chunk of look for etymology of the word. Now, our focus is on etymology. How do we use dictionaries and how do we understand that where a word is coming from? What's the origin and the history behind that word? This is what we call etymology and we are going to deal with it in this SLO. Now, here is a vertical linkage of this SLO with the previous grade. They are connected. I hope that you have gone through it and you can retain most of the information that you remember. Now, my dear learners, let's talk about our today's brainstorming session. Now, to storm your brains a little bit about our SLO, you need to answer this question that where do words come from? Now, we know that words are very important. They make our sentences and also they are building blocks of any language. Now, where do they come from? How there are so many of the words and how there are dictionaries containing a lot of words. Where do the words are coming from? Think about it for a moment. Talk to your teacher or your fellow. Now, let's move on after this interesting brainstorming session about the origin of the words. Let's talk about is etymology. Now, etymology is a word that you may have heard it before or not. Now, let's see. Have you ever wondered how a word came to be? Then etymology is for you. If you are ever wondering how the word that you're seeing in front of you is coming from, how is it made, what's the story behind it, then you need to check out the etymology of that specific word. Etymology word is a word from the Greek origin called etymologia. It means the study of word origins. So, if you want to study the origin of the word, the history, where the word is coming from, we will be looking at the etymology of the word. Now, from your book, page 33, etymology is the study of the origin of words. It also discusses how the meanings of these words have changed over time. Etymology focuses on understanding the word root. Now, we know that words are divided into different parts. Every word has a root word. Where is the root coming from? How the word is changing? As you know that in Old English, there are some words, but now in the modern English, they are a little altered and changed. So, how does this happen? We need to look at the etymology of the word to understand the origin and the transformation of the word as well. So now that you have completely understood that what is etymology, why do we need it, and why it's important to learn about any word's etymology. Let's talk about how do we find an etymology of a word. We can find it using our resource materials like a dictionary. Here is a This is taken from the book. Now, if you look at a dictionary to find any word, you will come across all these different things. First, you have your entry word over here, and also how the word is divided, how it is pronounced. Then the division, the classification of the word, whether it's noun or pronoun or verb, etc. And then here at the top, you have your guide words. Now, followed by the definition, then the meaning. The dictionary also shows you if it's falling in an idiom. For example, our word is soldier. Now, at the end, most probably, you will come across the etymology, the origin of the word. So, the soldier word is coming from Middle English soldier, from Old French soldier or soldier, which means mercenary. It is also has an origin from medieval Latin, the word soldierus, or one having pay. This is coming from late Latin solidus, which is a type of a coin. So, now you can see that the word soldier has a very interesting history, and it involves so many other languages than English, how the word is used in different languages, and then how it came into the English language. First, you see that here it's taken from the Middle English word, and that word is taken from the Old English word, and then also medieval Latin word soldier is also included in the origin and how it evolved. Now, at a point when we call it soldier, there is a complete origin and history of the word. So, you can understand the real meaning of the word if you're looking for, when you look for the etymology of that word. So, looking for etymologies is very interesting. They hold a backstory, a history, and origin of the word we are looking for. So, this is how you find your etymology from any dictionary. Now, here we have some examples of words and their origins. My dear learners, every word is different, every word has a story. Now, let's look at some words over here. For example, the word cliche. Now, cliche, if you understand the etymology of the word, it is coming from the French word cliché, which means to produce or print in stereotype. Now, here you can see that the word has an origin and root in the French language. Next one is the word that you're already familiar with. It's quarantine. Quarantine comes from the Italian word quarantana giorni, meaning 40 days. The length of time ships were isolated in port when suspected to carry disease. So, when ships were carrying, when this happened, they took 40 days off so that the disease do not spread among people. So, when we are using the word quarantine, like we used it, it was very famous in the COVID era. When coronavirus was spread all over the word got really famous. But if you want to look at the history, it says that 40 days will be enough to eradicate the disease. So there is a history of the word quarantine. Now, another word is sarcasm, is coming from the Greek word sarkazin, meaning to tear flesh, and refers to a form of speech that intends to hurt or wound. We know that sarcasm is a form of, like we call it, you say something to actually emphasize on something and then mean something else. Now, sarcastic comments, sarcasm, we use it in our, most probably in our daily lives. Now it has an origin of hurting others with your words. So sarcasm has an interesting origin over here. Same goes with the word hazard. It's coming from the Arabic word zahar, which means dice, as gambling was once considered a dangerous activity. So this word has an origin in the Arabic language, and my dear learners, there are so many words that you can look and you will learn more about them with their stories and their origin. Now all these words you can pause the video and read the etymology. Now for your classroom activity from page number 34, all these words are given over here. You have to find the etymology of the following words from the dictionary. As we already gone through that, in order to find any etymology, you will consult your dictionaries and you can find a very good, probably one or two origins of the very same word. Now this is your classroom activity. You need a dictionary. You can have it in the concise form or the full-fledged size. Now here is a simulation link that you can watch later after watching this video lesson to learn more about etymology. We are here with your worksheet. Now in the worksheet you will find each word in the dictionary, where does it come from, what does it mean, and you fill out the given chart. Find out the root word, the meaning, origin, and also the appropriate meaning of the word. And now for your homework, you have to, now that you have seen some examples that we gone through the slides, find the origins or history of five of your own words of your own choice. This way you will learn so much more about any word. Now we are here at the end with all these resources attached for your help. These are available in the description of the video. You can access them easily, and this will make you practice more and have a grip on etymology. And if any word comes before you, you can clearly look it up in the dictionary and reach out to the origin so that you can use the word accordingly and efficiently whenever you want to use it. My dear learners, thank you for listening. I hope that now you're very much clear that what is an etymology, how do we find it, and we saw so many different words with interesting origins and very interesting backstories. I hope that this is very interesting. You can learn more words with their etymology so that you can use them accordingly and according to the right situation. Till the next video lesson, Allah Hafiz.